Good evening, welcome to Our Ladies. I'll start off by introducing myself. My name's Lee Ormsby, I'm head teacher at Our Ladies. Many of you will have met me before at various events and so on, and when your children have been around school and open evenings and so on. But tonight's that sort of first opportunity to formally welcome you as a real part of our community. Normally, we'd obviously, you'd all be sat there and I'd be stood in front of you. I think at this point I'd probably be saying turn your mobile phones off and thank you for coming. But it's a little bit different at this moment in time, but hopefully I can provide you with some information that you'll find useful, your children will find useful, and will support you in that transition to Our Ladies in September. And hopefully, in the not too distant future, I'll be able to meet you face to face, which I am very much looking forward to, because that is what we're about here at Our Ladies. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the key areas that we feel underpin everything we do at Our Ladies. So this isn't exhaustive, but it just gives you a bit of insight into what we're about. So the three things that I'd like to talk about are our academic excellence, the pastoral offer that we have, and the fact that we're a Catholic school. And they're all intertwined and provide that fantastic offer that is probably part of the reason that you've chosen Our Ladies for your children. So in terms of academic excellence, we've got fantastic exam results and have had for a number of years now. Won't bore you with percentages or numbers, but children here reach their potential regardless of where their strengths lie, whether it's the arts, whether it's technology, PE, math, science, English. You know, they will be educated so they can do their very best in those exams. Beyond that, we ensure that the teaching and learning in every department is the best it can be. You know, that teachers go in there, they're able to give 100%, that they meet the needs of the children regardless of what their needs are in that classroom. And that's enhanced and supported by the right curriculum. And we think very carefully about what our children learn, or what they're taught, the order they're taught in, and you know, we try to make the offer as broad as possible. So I've mentioned some of the subjects we teach. We also have a forest school that enhances each subject where children can learn outside. And we offer subjects like Latin, other languages, and things that perhaps traditionally schools don't offer, but was quite clearly something that our children wanted to embrace and try. So we do build the curriculum around the children and the children's needs. If I move over to pastoral support, and for me, you can't achieve academic excellence without having the very best pastoral support. And that pastoral offer looks different depending on where a child's at a particular moment in time. So all children have access to a dedicated form tutor. Someone who will see on a daily basis, someone who will get to know them very well on a personal level, someone who will be able to answer any questions or concerns they've got. That's a universal offer for everybody. We've got heads of year and other people that also support in that area. Beyond that, when children have particularly complex circumstances in their lives, you know, it can be bereavement or mental health issues or whatever it might be, we've got a vast offer that ensures that your child's needs will be met, that your child, whatever difficulties they're going through, they will be supported, and you as a family. And we've got, like I say, the skill set and the people to make that happen. And that, for me, as a Catholic school, is an absolute priority. You cannot achieve academic or educational excellence without the necessary pastoral support to go with it. So one complements the other. Now, the bit I mentioned at the start, and the most important bit, is that we are a Catholic school. That underpins everything that we do. So the things I've just described to you there, that is what we're about as a Catholic school. And all our policies, all our practices, all our interactions, all our relationships are underpinned by those values that come so strongly through the gospel. Humility, tolerance, understanding, love. You know, the list goes on. This is what we're about. These are just good human values. Regardless of faith, these are what matter to us. And on a day-to-day basis, your children will feel that in a very tangible way, because a child should feel loved, should feel cared for. That's far more important than anything else. And I know you as a parent would want that, because I know I do as I'm a parent myself. Now, if I just sort of talk about the journey we're going to go on in the next 5 years, and we've got some sort of key words that I would sort of think about that would illustrate what we're all about. So I've mentioned that care and support. Another key word for me is partnership, working together, because children can't succeed unless the school, the parents and the child are all pushing in the one direction. That's something I've learned over a number of years of being a head teacher. Those values I mentioned, they're absolutely critical to us. Enjoyment. We want children to enjoy it. You know, it's not just all about lessons and learning, very important, I acknowledge, but it's not just about that. For me, you've always got to look at that enjoyment factor. So we place a high emphasis on enriching the curriculum. I've talked about lessons and subjects, but what I've not talked about is that experience beyond the school, trips abroad. Only this October, we had Madrid, Rome and New York planned. Whether they'll go ahead or not, we'll have to wait and see. But we're ambitious in what we want our children to experience, because that cultural exposure is just as important as any of the lessons taught. We pride ourselves on communicating well. And if we get that wrong, tell us, because we will make mistakes. I need to stress that. We're not going to get everything right. You're going to tell us, we're going to learn from it. We all make mistakes. But communication, telling you what you need to know and when you need to know it as a parent, is really important to us. And we want to make sure we get that right. And I want to thank you, and I mean this emphatically, for trusting us with your child and educating your children, because I do recognise that's a real privilege on our part. Now, I've talked about that idea of partnership and those sort of 3 key groups of people working together: the school, the staff of the school, parents and children. And we do that because we've got a vision, something we want to try and achieve for every child, because every child is unique. Every child has their strengths, every child has their talents, and it's our job to make sure that those are lived to the full. So what do we want for every child? We want every child's personal, academic and spiritual development to be outstanding. We pride ourselves on that, and we want to make sure that happens for your child. Now, normally I'd be sort of sat here at the end answering any questions, and many of you will have some questions. Hopefully I've answered some in what I say and what other staff say in relation to this video. But what I would say is, if there are any further questions or you've got any concerns, please don't hesitate to get in touch, because we won't get everything in this. But what we're doing our best is to make sure that you're as informed as possible before your child starts here in September. Now, speaking to a video isn't natural to me. I've just said before, you know, I like speaking to an audience. I like sort of seeing yourselves and interacting with that and recognising when I'm saying the wrong things. Hopefully, I've said a lot of the things you wanted to hear. Hopefully, that, you know, I've gone through the things that you needed to know, and hopefully you're looking forward to sending your child here in September. And regardless of whatever world we live in at that point, what I can guarantee for you is I will give 100% for your child, for every child in this school, and I can guarantee that all staff will do that as well. We're very excited about September. We're hoping to meet you all before then, but if not, I really look forward to welcoming you to our community. Thanks for listening.
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Vincent. I oversee pastoral care at Our Ladies. So that's everything from your behaviour, making sure that you're okay on a day-to-day basis, and making sure you're attending school. So firstly, I'm just going to talk you through the school day. So the school day will consist of a break time, a dinner time, a form time and 5 lessons. So each day you'll need to be at school for 8:30, that's when form starts. Some days you'll have an assembly. After that you'll have 2 lessons in the morning for an hour, a break time, another 2 hours, a lunch time and then your final hour before you go home. What you will also have is form time, as I've just said. That's the first part of the school day. Within that is a 20-minute period where you sort of make sure you're ready for the day, make sure you've got all your equipment, check your timetable, make sure you sort of know what you're doing. Your form tutor will support you with any additional needs, so if you've got any queries regarding any homework or you need any additional support, whether that's through friend groups, the form tutor will be your dedicated point of contact to sort of work through any issues you've got, especially at the start of the school year. In terms of your lessons, you will get a very rich curriculum at Our Ladies. So this ranges from sort of your traditional subjects, maths, English, science, obviously RE, that runs throughout all of our subjects, but you'll get more sort of things you've not done it in year 6, so you'll get more sort of things like catering, design technology, languages, so we do Spanish and French, you get all your humanities, so geography, history, and you'll get a really rich diet. Alongside that, obviously we will have PE, which will allow you to sort of get some fresh air, release any energy that you've got, so just making sure that we're staying fit. So you will really enjoy. We have a great expressive arts department, so within that you'll study music, bits of art and design, photography, drama. You can really sort of experiment with things you may have not sort of had a go at in primary and really get stuck in with these really exciting subjects. Your timetable, as I've said, will consist of 5 lessons per day. So over the week, that's 25 different lessons. At Our Ladies, we operate on a 2-week cycle. So you'll have 50 lessons over the 2 weeks, and then that cycle will start again. Obviously, that might be quite a lot to remember at the start, but you will be given a timetable printed out, and it'll be expected that you refer to this quite often as you're moving your way around the building to your different rooms. Nobody's going to expect you to remember that within the first day, so don't be worried if you have to keep referring to that and you keep forgetting where you need to be. And there'll be plenty of staff around on the corridors to direct you where you need to go. Obviously, some people feel a little bit intimidated coming to a bigger school than the primary school, but we'll make sure that you know where you're going, that you're on time. In terms of homework, Our Ladies staff will set homework fairly regular, but hopefully nothing that will overwhelm you. You will have a method which I'll go through in a minute just to sort of remind you what's due on what day. But the homework will complement your learning. So there's things sort of that your teacher wants you to look at on top of what you've done in class. They'll send you a way to do that. If it's extra bits of revision for any assessments, the teacher will just make it nice and clear what's expected for you to do. So as I've alluded to there, in terms of remembering and recording sort of what you need to do, we have a system called Connection. So it's an online system. You'll be able to go on, check any homework, check your lessons, and you'll be issued sort of achievement points, and not really behaviour points. Hopefully nobody will be getting them, but that'll just keep a record of sort of how you're doing. And as we move towards sort of the middle part of the year, we'll be looking at some reward systems. So there'll be trips, and all them positive points will add up, and you'll get rewarded, and you'll be invited to certain things throughout the year. On Connection, as I've just said, it will have a homework calendar. So all the homework that your teachers set you throughout the day, throughout the week, will all be recorded there. They'll upload any attachments of anything that you need to remember, and it will specify the date that it's due. So hopefully that will allow you to keep on top of all of your work. Parents also have access to that, so they can sort of keep an eye on what work's being set and what's happening within your school day, as I've just said, with regards to the achievement points or any behaviour points that you are given. Sort of just going down that line in terms of behaviour and making sure that we're sort of focused and working well within the school day. We do have quite a rigid system within a teacher's practice at Our Ladies. Hopefully, you know, the vast majority of the students out there I know are good, and this won't apply to them. But we have a couple of systems, so things that you've probably seen in primary school, so detentions and reports, but obviously we'll fill you in on that as you come to Our Ladies. But as I said, we do expect phenomenal behaviour and get really involved in these exciting lessons throughout the school day. What we do have is sort of quite a firm policy when it comes to bullying or cyberbullying. We really don't tolerate Our Ladies, and we have sort of dedicated pastoral staff that will deal with any issues that you have. So make sure obviously you bring it up with your form tutor, see the support staff that will sort of deal with any of these issues. But what I would say is that bullying at Our Ladies, I would be lying if it says it never happens, but when it does, it's resolved really quickly, and the right sanctions are put in place for the students that are doing that. In terms of helping as a parent, what you can do is just keep on top of Connection, keep monitoring what your students doing. Obviously, contact teachers as and when you need. There'll be a messaging service on Connection that you can speak to teachers about any issues. You can contact your child's form tutor to sort of discuss any day-to-day problems or if they're struggling with anything. But what I would say, keeping that regular contact with school will ensure your child does exceptionally well at Our Ladies, which I'm sure they will do. So that's sort of a brief overview of sort of the key areas of pastoral care that we offer here at Our Ladies. Really looking forward to seeing everybody on the first day. I'm sure you are really excited and nervous at the same time. But as I said, the team here will look after you, make sure you're getting through your school day and make sure you really enjoy your time here. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Mrs Gill and this is Mrs Newey, and we're here to talk to you about uniform expectations.
We believe that uniform is very important. It's important to look smart, think smart and work smart. It sets a standard which supports our expectation. It helps students to feel part of Our Ladies community. We find it helps maintain the right discipline for learning. We are therefore grateful for your support in insisting on high standards of dress.
All students wear a school blazer. Boys wear a white school shirt, a school tie and tailored black trousers. Girls wear a white school shirt, a school tie and black trousers or a black skirt, together with a school blazer. Trousers and skirts must have a waistband to allow skirts to be tucked in properly. Skirts should be box pleated, they should be knee length.
In addition, a school jumper can be worn underneath the blazer. Only school jumpers are acceptable. Please do not purchase cardigans. All students are required to wear black shoes, not trainers, nor plimsoll style footwear.
Free uniform is provided to Year 7s. The free uniform consists of a free blazer, a tie and PE kit, which consists of a black polo shirt and PE shorts.
For collecting uniform over the summer, there will be a 4-week period. When collecting school uniform, please ensure one parent attends with your child. That is due to start in Year 7. Your child will be measured for their brand new blazer.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, I'm Mrs Tor. I'm the school business manager here at Our Ladies. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the school buses. I understand for a lot of parents, and particularly the pupils coming to high school, this may be the first chance that you've had to take the bus on your own. And it can be quite a daunting and scary experience for pupils and parents alike. As a school, we'll support you with this as much as possible. One suggestion that we often offer is to make sure parents have done the run together with the pupils in advance of coming to school. Also, at the end of each day, our school senior leadership team go down to the school buses and see all the children on so we can deal with any concerns and make sure everyone gets on the buses safely. In terms of the actual bus information, it can be quite complicated, and all the information that we give you today is going to be available on our school website. There are various choices with school buses, but the most important thing that all children need to have is the iGo pass. This pass allows them to travel at concessionary rates on buses, trams and trains. It's £10 one-off cost, and that will last the child till they're 16. It acts as a proof of age. You can get these from the Transport for Greater Manchester website, and again there's links on our website for this. Once you've got your iGo pass, you then can look at which bus service you wish to use. The first choice is to use the general public buses that are around. That's the choice that some children choose to take. It may serve their routes better than the school bus service, and you can plan your journey on the TFGM website. The second choice, which is probably the most popular, is to use the school bus services. These buses arrive directly to school in the morning and again at the end of day. The bus pick-up points are on Chain Road. Within the school bus service, there are a couple of different choices. We operate a school bus. This is the yellow bus that you will see. This is a specific school service and follows a certain route. If you wish to go on this school bus, you must buy a pass for the year. There are different payment options available. The advantage of this is that you have the same driver on the bus every day, and you have a pass that allows you to travel on that bus every day. The other school services are provided by providers such as Stagecoach, who send their buses to school to pick up pupils and follow certain routes. But on these buses, you can choose on a daily basis to buy either a daily ticket or a weekly ticket and load it onto your iGo pass. The 3 school buses that we currently use all serve different routes, but these usually update every September. So if you keep an eye on the website, once the information is available for Transport for Greater Manchester, we'll be able to advise you of the times and the routes that the different buses will take, and further information around pricing structure and how to book your tickets and order your school bus place. If at all you have any questions around school buses that are not answered on the website, please do give me a call at school, or my contact details will also be available on the website, and you're welcome to drop me an email. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Mrs McNally and I'm Assistant Senko in school. I'm also part of the wider inclusion team, and the inclusion team supports students with social, emotional and mental health difficulties, cognition and learning difficulties, physical difficulties and hearing impairments, to name a few. We support in class, one-to-one and in groups where necessary. We also offer pastoral support on a daily basis, so students might come to us just with general worries about the day or concerns they have. We will take the time to stop what we're doing, listen to their worries and guide them and help them through it. Our door is always open. I'm really looking forward to meeting the Year 7 in September.
Hi, my name's Miss Robinson and I'm a part of the inclusion team at Our Ladies, and my role is to support in lessons such as one-to-one and small groups, and I also run a reading class and a Lego therapy group, so that students get a chance to be creative and also gives them an opportunity to discuss anything that's bothering them. Okay? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mrs Cook and I am an LCLAM trained teaching assistant, which means that I use strategies and support mechanisms to help people develop their communication, speech and language skills. I'm also one of the teaching assistants that will be in class supporting students one-to-one along with the wider group. One of the things that I really enjoy about my job is that we provide a safe space during social times like break and lunch, so that if the busy school gets a little bit too much for you, you've got somewhere to go. And we play games and we chat and we have different activities going on.
Hello everyone and welcome to Our Ladies RC High School. My name is Mr Cope. I'm going to be talking today basically about free school meals, but also generally transition as well. So obviously here at Our Ladies we want to make sure that we're providing your child with the best education and support we can possible. And healthy school food obviously has the health benefits and also can help students establish a really healthy habit for life. So healthy school food can also help to improve pupils' readiness to learn, as we're aware. So if you're a family who receives certain benefits, you may be eligible for free school meals. Your child is eligible for free school meals if you're in receipt of some of the following benefits. So, if you're in receipt of, say, universal credit with an annual net earned income of no more than £7,400, eligibility is there. If you receive income support, if you have income-based job seekers allowance or income-related employment and support allowance as well. In addition to that, if you're in support basically under Part 6 of the Immigration and Asylum Act 1999, you have eligibility to apply as well. In addition to that, the guarantee element of the pension credit, if you receive that, then eligibility is there. And also the working tax credit run-on, basically paid for the 4 weeks after you stop qualifying for working tax credits as well. Child tax credits, of course, allow eligibility. That's basically with no working tax credits on top of, with an annual income of no more than £16,190. Obviously a lot of information there to take in. The pack that we sent last week obviously has this information in there as well for you, so please take the time to read it. Registering obviously couldn't be easy. There are 2 ways. We can register on your behalf for you, or you can actually, if you want to, register online yourself. The information packs that I've just talked about basically that you've got will all have the relevant information inside of it. If you would like us to register on your behalf for free school meals, then please complete the registration form in the pack. Please remember to sign it and get it back to us as soon as possible. You only really have to register once for the 5 full years of your child's life at Our Lady. So please don't think you have to do it every year. It's just a one-off kind of registration, and then basically send it back to us, or please complete it online. The link for the online one is actually on the pack itself and actually in the letter that we've sent to you. And if you need any additional information about transition or free school meals or anything else that you've seen in the videos this evening, please email us here at transition@olsc.manchester.sch.uk. Obviously, we're going to put a PowerPoint as well. I think it might be in this box down here. Or give us a ring on 0161 507 9640. We are really looking forward to you all being part of Our Lady's family for the next 5 years, and we hope to see you very soon. Thank you.